independent thinkers working together, inspiring action in media. Get in the action.
For all media companies, for podcasts and indie stations, for artists, for young professionals, for science and technology, for all media companies.
Join today. Get in the action at weareA1.com.
Action One, inspiring action.
You're tuned into the all-new Action One Network. Turn up your volume.
100% full on woman. I make way for the way that I live. Educated and yeah, me sexy too. I buy groceries and then I cook it. And if you want an athlete, I'm on with the best of them. Every woman like Whitney Houston. So when you look so, there's no man that one-dimensional. To the table, I bring all of this.
Action One, inspiring action.
You're tuned into the all-new Action One Network. Turn up your volume.
You're now traveling with TVMA, the T.
Welcome to the Carnival 30-minute tour.
Hey, Shaq. It's a 30-second tour.
No, man, it's like...
And now it's 26.
Welcome aboard! Ocean! Skyride! Mini golf. Relax, relax, relax! You take this man to be your husband?
I do.
Married. No time for basketball. Pool! Carnival. Choose fun.
I am Tonya with TVMA The T and a contributor to the Commodore magazine. I am with Travis. Say your last name.
Weist.
And you are the Vice President of Natural Bridge Caverns.
That's right.
And you said that the caverns have been in your family since
The land has been in our family since 1883.
1883.
The caverns, the significant portion of the cave was actually found in 1960 by 4 college kids from San Antonio. And our family opened as an attraction in 1964.
That is awesome. So being that it's been in your family that long, you've had a lot of time to experience everything that's priceless that this land has to offer. What would you say would be the number one thing that keeps bringing customers and visitors back time and time again?
By far, it's the cave. I mean, the caverns itself is a national natural landmark. It's registered in the National Natural Landmark Program. It's a state historical site, and it's listed in the National Register of Historic Places. But the cave itself, in terms of just its amazing beauty, the variety of the cave formations, the size of the cave, and just the caverns itself is extraordinary as far as caves go. I mean, it's the largest cave in the state of Texas, but it's just so well decorated with a really neat variety of cave formations, both really small and delicate to gigantic and huge, and and everything in between, and pools of water and lakes and sometimes flowing streams and stuff in the cave, and so it's a really, really amazing natural attraction that people just have to see.
And I noticed when we were pulling up that there were 2 sections to your property. So we have the Natural Bridge Caverns, and we also saw the Wild Ranch side.
Right.
So what age group can participate with the wildlife portion?
So that the 2 parks are actually separately owned and operated. So, but it is owned by family as well. So it's my aunt and uncle and family. The Sexton family owns and operates the Wildlife Ranch. And we sit right next door to each other. Their attraction is a drive-through safari park. It's open to all ages, but you drive through in your own vehicle.
Okay.
And they charge per person, and they have free roaming sections in the park where the animals are just roaming freely, and you drive through in your car, and someone will come up to your car windows, and you can kind of feed them from your vehicle and stuff like that. So it's about it. Their drive-through takes.
Go, Commodore Travelers! All right, let's go with this cave tour.
In Plains game. And so it's a really fun attraction as well.
I do that after this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay, so I would assume any age level, because you're inside of your vehicle, can participate in that one. The age level here, what's the minimum age level that can participate in the activities on the Natural Bridge Cavern side?
We actually have no minimum age level at all. So we have families tour with infants, and backpack carriers, all the time. We don't charge until age 3, and so I think that's a good age to start in terms of activity. Just they can enjoy it, can walk a bit, on their own. You don't have to carry them the whole time, and so I tell folks that 3 is a really good age to start. And the ropes course attraction is the only attraction in the zip line attraction that has any kind of a limiting situation.
Understandable.
It's based on height and weight. And that's just for the safety equipment so that it fits them correctly.
Right, and I think that my son had to be 60 pounds, and he had to be 48 inches tall.
To do the zip line.
Yes, and the ropes course.
Yeah, the ropes course actually only have to be 42.
42.
To do the ropes course. As long as they have a chaperone with them, and they're 42 inches tall, and then there's no weight limit on the ropes course. So they can be any weight as long.
You're now traveling with TVMA The T.
Hey world, how are you guys doing? Welcome to episode 4. I am Tonya, traveling with TVMA The T. Welcome. We have a special guest today. In the studio we have Jim Randle.
Hello.
Awesome entrepreneur, awesome traveler, awesome youth mentor. So we'll be getting in his head today, picking his brain so we can get some encouragement for you entrepreneurs out there, and also those that's out there in the community mentoring our future. We're going to speak to him about that, and also you avid travelers, those that are new to traveling and experienced travelers, we're going to speak about that too. So welcome to the show. You're now traveling with TVMA, the T. First, before anything else, we would like to thank God for this show. Today is a special day, so I'm going to also thank my family and friends as always. But today is my husband's birthday, so happy birthday, honey. Woo! And so I also want to thank my suppliers. Thank you, sponsors in Action One Media, of course, Carnival Cruise, Big Rivers Water Park, Natural Bridge Caverns, Norwegian Cruise Lines, and big shout out to Anjali. Thank you, Anjali, for 100. You are most appreciated. Who am I? I am Tonya, and you're now traveling with TVMA, the T. I am your local Houston Cruise Planners Independent Franchise owner. I own my own travel agency. I am also your local travel magazine contributor for the Commodore magazine. And I am your local Houston blogger, guys, and your newest travel podcaster. And it's time to get the show rocking. So, if you like what you saw in the videos prior to us going on live, it was a very special reason why I decided to do it that way today. Simply because we have an awesome show planned for you guys today. So you just saw the commercial that I made for Natural Bridge Caverns up on my visit there this summer with my family. And I was telling Jim earlier, and most of you already know this because you follow me, that I did the article write-up on the Commodore magazine for Natural Bridge Caverns. But tell the people out there, Jim, why do they need to pay attention to the show today?
Because what you'll do is you'll get enlightened, you may find yourself getting encouraged, and then you'll also be able to take advantage of an opportunity to win a trip to San Antonio and go to the, what is it?
Natural Bridge Caverns. You're going to win your 2 tickets to get to Natural Bridge Caverns, guys. So keep that in mind. You've got to pay attention because you know, guys, I used to be an educator and I love coming up with quizzes, honey. So we're going to talk with Jim today. I'm going to pick his brain and I'm going to come up with a trivia question. And if you get it right and be the first one to respond, then I will go ahead and give you those 2 tickets to Natural Bridge Caverns. Thank you to Vice President Travis for hooking me up on the show. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for all of the support. If you love what you see, I'm always looking for sponsors. So if you would love to be a sponsor of my show and keep me on air, you can definitely do so. If you are interested, please contact me at travelingmadeaffordable@gmail.com. If you are an avid traveler and you love traveling, I'd love to talk to you. So what I'm going to need for you to do is hit me up on my social media handles. I love social media and I love sharing your travel stories because I'm always working on travel features. So if you're a traveler like me and you love traveling, hit me up on social media and I'll share that information toward the end of the show. And I'd definitely love to get you in the studio and talk about your travels. Stay tuned toward the end of the show for Facebook shout out handles, question time, and like Jim said, the Natural Bridge Caverns ticket giveaway. Today's show, we're going to talk about some travel tea today, and I did just share that travel tea alert with you about the Natural Bridge Cavern tickets that you can win. It's December and we do have new deals, guys. I've been sharing with you deals all month, and so a lot of you took advantage of those deals, and I greatly appreciate you for that. So what I would love for you to do right now is I would love for you to grab a chair and kick back and sip some tea as I talk travel news. Travel deals equals travel tea. We're going to welcome my special guest, Jim Randle. You know I gotta make emphasis on the David because I saw your video on YouTube. He was like, I'm Jim David Randle. So we're gonna welcome Mr. Jim David Randle to the show today. Like I said, he is an exuberant youth mentor, entrepreneur, traveler, and more. I want to give a special thanks to my followers, those of you who took a lot of advantage of the sales that we had this month. Carnival has some amazing sales, guys, and that's why I say you must stay tuned. You must follow me because oftentimes I go live in my travel group on Facebook, and that's Facebook group Traveling Made Affordable, and I go live and I share with you whenever the Carnival director or management, they communicate with travel agents. I like to bring that breaking news to you because some of y'all out there have been waiting for some tea like that. You've been waiting for your travel tea to get those deposits down. You know, Carnival's deposits are normally $150 per person.
Oh, really?
Normally $150 per person, Jim, but they had knocked it down for November to $50 a person. So I saw a lot of y'all booking, baby. Y'all were booking. So thank you guys for booking with me, your local cruise planners franchise owner. Stay tuned.
Yes, it's a great morning, guys, because we are here, we are alive. What I want to do today is share with you a little bit of my life story. I call this speech The Chosen Resume. What I mean by that is that when my father raised me as a kid, he saw things in me that he wanted to bring out of me, so to speak. So I remember one of my first Christmas gifts. I'm going to get to that story to tell you how I was able to turn that talent and skill into a company. First off, I was born in Oklahoma. I was 1 year old when my father moved his family from Oklahoma to Missouri City. We grew up in Briargate. I actually grew up in Briargate. I walked these streets, so I remember this. Looking at you guys makes me remember being such a kid at this young age. And these eyes that you're giving me is giving me so much life, guys, and making me feel real happy on the inside. So, back to one of the first Christmas gifts my dad gave me. It was a keyboard. You remember the keyboards to play the music? You guys remember those? Of course, because you have one, maybe. My next Christmas gift was a computer. So, having those gifts as a kid, I played with my computer till I couldn't play it anymore. I played with the keyboard till I couldn't play it anymore. I'm going to fast forward this story to let you know, through growing up in Briargate, going to the swimming pools, playing football and baseball in the streets with my friends. That was some of the best years of my youth. But now I'm going to explain to you how each subject in school for you is very important. Because you can learn things that you can then later in life use and apply for a company that you may have in your head. I'm speaking on entrepreneurship. So say with me, I believe I can do anything. I have something else I want us to repeat. It's an affirmation. An affirmation is something that you can tell yourself over and over until it comes true. I'm standing up to life and the challenge in my life. I'm going to use all of me. All of my courage. My faith. Determination. And help. Support. Okay. I can give anyone to realize the greatness in them. Together we can. Together we can.
Action One, inspiring action. You're tuned into the all-new Action One Network. Turn up your volume.
Join today. Get in the action at weareA1.com.
You're now traveling with TVMA, the T.
Hey world, welcome back. I got this new dance my son been doing around the house, Jim, so you be saying, I don't even know if I'm doing it right. How I go to shoot? I mean, I think about the song shoot day. He like, no mama, no. But that's what he does around the house all the time. Shout out to my baby boy. Alright, so guys, welcome to the show. You're now traveling with TVMA the T. I have in the studio today a special guest, Jim Randle from Missouri City. And how we say where we're from, Jim? Mo City.
Yes.
Mo City is in the building. And so we actually both are from Mo City. I came out of Ridgemont. You came out of
Hunters Park, Missouri City.
Yep. Hunters Glen. Yeah. Brygate. Yep. That's all stumping grounds. Yes. So we're welcoming you to the show today. Thank you for coming through. I've been seeing the work that you've been doing out there in the community. Very totally inspired by what you do. I want to tell you, keep doing what you're doing, brother, because it's making a difference.
Thank you, sister.
You have to plant those seeds in those babies because they are the future. And you know, that's how it starts. That's how it begins. So we're going to talk to you today. I know you have your own business. I've been seeing you promoting that for a long time.
Thank God.
And so I want you to introduce to the world your business, KJ's Divine Janitorial Services. Can you tell the viewers and the listeners, those that's checking us out on weareA1.com on the Android app, and those that are actually tuned in and viewing the show on Action One Media, tell us a little bit about KJ's Divine Janitorial Services and how you too can help them help their business.
Yes, you know, I don't want to get too spiritual, but I have to tap into the spiritual because when I thought about having a cleaning service, it was like an epiphany. I was a property manager for my father's building. He had a 1/4 acre of land on Highway 6. He built a barbershop, a studio, and a salon. And within that 1/4 acre of property, we had grass that needed to be cut. We had restrooms needed to be cleaned, and the lobby areas that needed to be swept and mopped on a daily basis. So who was the lucky person to do that work? That was me. At first I was reluctant to do the work, but then I started to get an appreciation for it because I was doing this for my own property, for my own business. In turn, what that did was it allowed me to have a certain skill set that I didn't have at first because I come from a corporate background. I wasn't really too good with my hands. However, after working with my father as a property manager for 3 years, I then saw TD Jakes on the infomercial.
Come on now.
And he was speaking on the testimony of how his grandfather started his own cleaning service, and he started with a mop bucket and a mop, but then he ended up with 52 employees. And so a light bulb went on in my head, like, whoa, okay, Jim, you can actually start your own janitorial services. You're doing it already now. That's for your father. So with that, I started to manifest. I started to brainstorm, come up with ideas on things that I can do. I won't say that I'm the most mechanically inclined individual, but what I am is a doer.
I know, that's right.
That
makes a world of difference, though, Jim. Being a doer.
Thank you. So I wrote down the list of services that I can actually do myself without having to hire and subcontract too many different individuals. So that's what I did. I started with the basic janitorial services.
That's great. I mean, you've been promoting your business to the T, like heavenly. And so with that being stated, what could you say to inspire someone out there? Because our show is for you, the community. It's for you up and coming entrepreneurs who are thinking about getting off the couch and starting that business. It's for you that have started your business and you're going through that roller coaster ride, because guess what? Being an entrepreneur, it is a roller coaster ride. You're going to have some good days, you're going to have some bad days. But what could you tell those individuals who were in the same boat that you were in and they're thinking about crossing over because you actually did it?
Yes, well, there's a comfort zone that anyone can find themselves in. I like to also compare it to the prosperity curse, where you have a certain salary that you're used to receiving, and when you get comfortable, you're comfortable with that salary.
He talking about me, y'all.
However,
used to be
when
me.
you start to think outside of the box and you start to believe in yourself, a monster is created because you have uncertainty to start to anticipate. Now, that is the boundary that I say that every entrepreneur will have to conquer, is getting out of that comfort zone and then making a certainty in what your vision can provide.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
And that's not easy.
And it's not easy. And so I know during your commercial that was rolling up a few minutes ago, where the world got to see who Jim Randle is, you started where? What city and state did you start in?
With my
well, as a person, God created you, and you came where?
Okay, I was born in Oklahoma.
There you go.
Yes.
Oklahoma all the way to Texas.
Yes.
And doing big things in Texas. And so with that being stated, that's not the only thing you do, though.
Right.
Can we get into that, T?
Sure.
Let's get into that, T. Let's introduce the world to who is Jim Randle. So not only do you have KJ's Divine Janitorial Services, but at the same time, you kind of dib and dab in that music industry too. Can you tell them a little bit about that?
Yes. Well, I can say that my father planted a seed ever since I was a kid, a baby. He bought me a keyboard as one of my first Christmas gifts, and watching him tour and perform with his bands. My dad was a drummer, so he toured in the 70s. He actually produced music. And by watching him do that, I always told myself, I'm going to do music when I grow up, but I really didn't know where or what I was going to do. In junior high, I took band as an elective where I played the trumpet, not knowing I was training my ear for music at that point.
Okay.
But when I became an adult, my father, when he acquired that quarter acre of land, he built me a recording studio. And from there is when I can say history started.
That's right.
I took a computer science course, which allowed me to be pretty savvy on computers. So when I learned how to record the music, it's like I just started trailblazing. I hired 9 guys to my record label, had them signed to a contract. We recorded music for like 2 years straight. After we got up to like our 200th song, my father was like, you need to pick your favorite 16 songs, clean them up, and establish that to be your first album. And so I did that in the year 2010. My father passed away in the year 2011.
Okay.
And guys, that really did, it gave me a curve. I stopped believing in myself.
Oh, it will do that to you.
But you know what, not to get stuck on that, I do have to explain how real God is.
Go ahead, let them know.
I was able to I negotiated a distribution deal before my dad passed, and that's where Dad was saying, son, we just established residual income, and I didn't really believe in that.
I saw the checks.
Thank you. I'm glad I was able to show you.
I saw the checks.
Right, so the proof is in the pudding. So after we established that distribution deal, that's again that kind of built my spirituality to know that God is real.
Yes, He is.
Yes.
I mean, and not only is that, but I mean, we have 3 people in the studio today that have come from our community. You know where we're from.
Yes.
You know, that's saying a lot. And so speaking onto that, I mean, what is your motivating drive to keep KJ's and be out there for the community to know, like, hey, we're here, we're not going anywhere, right. And whatever drive you see in me, this is what you see on and off the screen. So what could you say to the community to let them know that, you know, this is, if you're trying to do that, how do they go about doing it? How should they follow that plan and not waver from it? Because some people have that idea, but they don't follow through.
Right.
Well, what would you say to them?
That's easy. I can say through experience, what I've started to do is write things down on paper.
Journalize
what I would say, guys, is write your visions down, write your ideas down, pray on your ideas, believe in your own ideas. When you write down your ideas and your visions, people, what that will do is allow yourself to be accountable for what you're promising to commit yourself to do. So that's what I started doing. When I write my ideas down, it's like God makes them happen and manifest right before my eyes immediately, not months and days from now. It happens in real time, guys. So yes, what I would say is write yourself a mission statement, write yourself a vision, establish your 5 reasons on why you're doing what you're doing.
Okay.
Understand that faith without works is dead. You have to put in the work. The late nights, you have to sacrifice big. Think about it. If you sacrifice big, your reward will be big.
Right.
Those are the things that I use to motivate myself and keep myself inspired, and not to mention living after the model of my father, which is the legacy I'm continuing on. I feel his spirit is still inside of me, and that's what drives me to keep on the efforts to be in my community, just doing what I can to help.
I know that's right. I hear when you speak of your father, you speak of a place that's high for him. And that's really saying something, you know, especially coming from the community that we come from. I lost my dad when I was 13, you know, so it was very hard to live this life, because this world is not nice, it's not pretty, it's not friendly. But you know what, you know, God is a good God.
Yes, he
and
is.
So therefore we're sitting here today sharing our testimony with the world. So with that being stated, I literally am glad that you're in the studio today. You're literally sharing your testimony with the world, because you know, we all grew up together. We've all, you know, we kind of know each other's story, but see, a lot of people went a lot of different directions, and you really don't know a person. I mean, you see them, but you really don't know until you get to talk to that person.
Right.
So that's why I said, man, Jim, it's time for you to introduce yourself to the world, my brother. Because just like I had to step out there on faith, you did that. You already did this before I even started my journey of purchasing my franchise and just walking out there on faith. And guys, that's Cruise Planners. I'm a Cruise Planners franchise owner, guys. But just stepping out there and doing that, you know, I am honored to be able to say there's yet another person in the community that's doing it. So with the business, can you tell us a little bit more about music? How, besides it inspiring you, what do you offer with your music expertise? What do you do in the community with your music?
Okay. You know, you can choose what type of material you want to put out in the world.
Ooh, and that's important.
What we were serious about in my camp
guys.
was spreading positive vibes. You know, you can incriminate yourself when you want to go and speak on the darkness of your life, but you can also choose to speak about the light of your life. So that's pretty much the approach that we took with Clip Joint Records, was to create good music that you could mingle to and hear a life story. Not so much just to brag about the material and the criminal violence that could be in a person's life when they're in self-destruction mode.
You're right, and I think that's important with the music today. I mean, no disrespect to our artists out there at all, but you know, it speaks volumes when you're trying to worry about what you put out there, you know, and especially for you and I, branding is very important.
Yes.
You know, we have to watch ourselves with that. And so also thinking about what we choose to put in us, because what you put in you is what you give out.
Yes.
And so, you know, it comes from a positive place.
Thank you.
And so I really, really appreciate hearing that. I mean, guys, I keep my radio on Engine Radio.
Yes.
Y'all better get on that Engine. Shout out to Engine, by the way. But, you know, and I think that you said that it speaks volumes is very important, because you know, coming from a place where your life has already been predestined for you before you even knew what you were going to be doing. These are just the walks that you have to get to in order to get to your destiny.
Yes.
So I am so glad that you stated that. So you told me earlier that you're a music engineer, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm not musically, you know, with the technical language. Can you break it down? Can you give me the layman's term?
Yes.
What does a engineer, musical engineer, recording engineer do?
Yes, well, you know, that's when you get your geek hat on. I'm somewhat am a computer geek. Might not look like it, but I am. The recording engineer, you put yourself as a service person. I'm providing a service. So what I bring out of an artist is like a canvas of art. Like I say, it's not my vision, so to speak. It's the person that's performing the music. So as a recording engineer, you want to humble yourself to be on the other side of the computer, where you're bringing out a talent and a gift or a message from that song that the artist might not even see.
Okay.
So it gets a little deep. I call it magic, because you start from something with nothing and you end up with something.
But I'm so glad that you're sitting in the hot seat today with Traveling with TVMA the T, because all them videos, just about all of them, except my sponsors' videos, y'all know I created those videos, but the hardest thing out there is taking your still photos and your videos and trying to tell a story visually for people like you. But we want to keep you engaged, and so I need some instrumentals. So we gonna talk,
okay?
Because since I know that that's what you do.
Yes.
Look at God.
I think I got.
Look at
God.
Oh, and I can't go without saying this. This is Action One Media, my brother.
Yes.
And so with Action One Media, we actually promote independent artists. We have a lot of independent artists out there. They may be looking for people like you. So you know what, guys, y'all done tuned in at the right time. Y'all better get with Mr. Jim Randle.
I still have distribution. The vessel is still open, thank God.
Yeah, hey, y'all heard that? This man got a whole record company. Y'all heard that? So, but hey, if you sleep on that, I'm not, because I need some instrumentals so I can keep this show rocking. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and keep that in mind and put that on the back burner. Hey, did y'all jot that down? Get him on the VIP list, because we definitely need to take advantage of that. Before we go into commercial break, one final tidbit, because especially for those babies that you visited, and I know I'm speeding up on it, but those babies that you visited with at Brygate, that was so awesome, y'all.
Thank you.
Shout out to Brygate, guys. And I can't forget Ridgemont, because that's my elementary school, but shout out to Brygate and those babies that were able to take part in your blessed testimony and your encouragement to them. What could you say to these young babies that are coming up now and or may want to go into the music industry, or even may want to have their own business? Just give them just one short, just something simple and sweet to keep them inspired before we roll into commercial break in 1 minute.
Okay. Well, we do touch Ridgemont, so we didn't forget about your alma mater. Young kids, believe in yourself and know that you have whatever you need on the inside.
That's
you don't need anyone else. It starts with you. Please believe that. That's
right. You heard it here first, guys. Jim Randle. Believe on yourself. It starts from the inside, and it starts with who, Jim?
You.
Hey, guys, we're going to go ahead and roll into commercial break. Stay tuned. We're giving away 2 free tickets to Natural Bridge Caverns. Natural Bridge Caverns, San Antonio, Texas. I'm going to ask you a trivia question. You must stay tuned.
Inspiring next. You're tuned in to the all-new Action One Network. Turn up your volume.
Choose to Do Inc. My name is Dozie O'Harry, the founder/CEO of Choose to Do Inc. Change your mindset, change your outcome. Decide to make that change? Use Choose to Do Inc. Call us at 713-291-6141. 713-291-6141. Choose to Do.
Action 1, inspiring action. You're tuned in to the all-new Action 1 Network. Turn up your volume.
Join today. Get in the action at weareA1.com.
You're now traveling with TVMA, the T.
Hey world, welcome back like this and like that. We got Jim Randle in the building, guys, and you are now traveling with TVMA the T. Welcome. Stay tuned for those Facebook shout outs. So if you're logged in with us, you're viewing, we will be shouting out your name live on air. And don't forget, we're giving away 2 tickets to Natural Bridge Caverns in
San Antonio, Texas.
All right, so before the break, we talked about motivating those babies that you know, like the ones you were speaking with in the community at Brigate. And so I want you to tell us a little bit more now about the Advocacy Now, or ANI, mentor organization that you're connected with, and how you guys go out and have impacted so many different kids in the community.
Yes. Okay, well, first off, I need to give a shout out to Oscar Beltran and David Sincere.
Oscar Beltran and David Sincere, shout out to you guys. We appreciate what you're doing in the community.
Oscar Beltran reached out to me via email stating that he wanted me to come to a meeting for this mentoring group called the Gents for Bragg Elementary through Fort Bend ISD.
Mm-hmm.
And he explained that he felt that I was a successful entrepreneur, that I would be instrumental in being able to, mentor these kids as an example, knowing that I grew up in Briargate, to give them something to identify with. But I'll be honest with you, I didn't really accept it so easily, because I didn't really even see myself as being the success that he saw.
Right.
So he immediately had a lunch date with me that day to explain that, when you create, manifest, and then you actually establish a finance off of an idea and vision, then that is every bit of a success, regardless of what the dollar amount will be.
You're right.
So going forward, after going to that first meeting with Oscar Beltran, then to meet David Sincere, who is the actual president and CEO of Advocacy Now Institute, These brothers brought me in and allowed my testimony to be heard on a platform that's touching the hearts of our youth.
Those babies. I mean, you know what? If you guys could just see the video, because I mean, I tried his best to show what those kids experience, you know, but for the sake of time, you know, I hope you guys were able to witness it during the commercial break and the introduction of Jim Randle, and how his inspiration is literally a movement. And what ANI is doing right now is a movement for the community. It's much needed, especially in Fort Bend community.
Definitely.
So I mean, just enlighten us about ANI. I mean,
right, I can. Well, this group is larger than I actually thought, to be honest with you, which is a good thing, because you know we can't do this works by ourselves.
That's right.
So we took the kids to the Buffalo Soldiers Museum 2 weeks ago.
Favorite, yes.
And that was during Veterans Day, and there was a ceremony going on where we had real Buffalo soldiers speaking to these kids, and they were actually able to give them the history on how Buffalo soldiers helped the Apache Indians back in World War I. See, that itself is like the type of services that we bring to the community and to the youth to expose them to that type of history.
And that's important.
Very important. That's one example. We also participated in the parade for the Willow Ridge, That also is something that builds confidence within those kids to see the involvement from the community and us mentors.
Right, and these works are so impressionable because, just like we said earlier, you're planting that seed that's going to one day turn into a fruitful forest.
Yes.
And that's priceless in itself, guys. I mean, someone planted seeds in us, and look at us today.
Yes.
You know, so no, it's not easy, but guys, it's well worth the journey. Trust, it's well worth the journey. And so I'm really loving the movement.
Yes.
But I also saw you further moving.
Okay.
And so you just recently got back from Europe. How many years ago was that?
2015, I guess 3 years now.
Yeah, so taking that movement, because I saw you was linked up with some pretty well connected people. You know, you've been traveling with a group of people, and you've definitely not only got out of your community, because you know that's kind of an issue for some of our people now. You know, they're like, oh my God, I don't want to leave my neighborhood. Oh my God, I'm not going over the state line. Oh my God, I'm not leaving out of the United States. Guys, you're going to have to get out of that. I mean, it's a whole world to see out there. It's a big, beautiful place. What would you say to inspire others to want to travel? And why should people actually get out of their comfort zone, get out of their community? Because we have people that's listening and watching the show that has never traveled. And then, of course, we have those experienced travelers like yourselves that are watching and listening as well. But why should people want to get out and experience something new?
Yes, well, that goes back to that comfort zone, guys. I remember when I was even first offered to go to Europe, and when I brought the news to my immediate family and friends, you know, some didn't really feel so comfortable about that. I was told, one, not to go, or if I do, to be very careful. To me, that all sounds like fear. So what I'll say is that my Europe trip, it woke my spirit and it broadened my horizons. It was a spiritual experience. I was well received by the locals. I was even able to start international relationships for a potential music production business. All of that happened, guys, from me stepping out of my comfort zone and having the tenacity and having no fear to pretty much be myself when I got to Europe. I remember on the night New Year's, there was a celebration I attended, and there were 3,500 folks in the audience.
Okay.
I found myself, you know, taking trips to the bar, buying my vodka and orange juice, and then the table that I was sitting at were some friends of the family that I was with in Germany. Mind you, I was the only African American at the table. I took it upon myself to buy a round of espressos for me and some of the friends that I was with.
Right.
Don't you know that when I came back to the table with those espressos and I handed it to each individual, they really took offense to that. And I'm like, wow, why are they taking offense to me buying them espressos? Mind you, I'm in the company of millionaire individuals. So for one, I was an African American. For two, I look young in my complexion. And for three, they're wealthy. So they took offense to an American going into his pocket to purchase something for them. So they actually reimbursed me in euros the amount of money that I spent for the espressos, and told me that I'm the guest, to where I'm not to spend anything. That's the type of
jaw dropped
receivement. That's how I was received in Europe the entire 16 days I was there. I really wasn't able to spend money. So
I know that's right.
That's
and see, that's beautiful.
Well,
that's a beautiful. It is not, and that's a beautiful experience and a testimony to be able to share. Because see, you just really painted that picture, because some people are like, oh my God, you're gonna get hurt if you travel overseas. No, you're not, guys. No, you're not. I mean, you're gonna be well welcome. You're going to be well received. You're gonna be in a good company. And life is too short not to see it all. You have to see the world for what it is. It's a big, beautiful place with some beautiful people. And my big motto is networking everywhere you go.
Yes.
I don't care if you're on the elevator for 2 seconds. Introduce yourself. You just never know.
Right.
You know, and even if you're sitting on a plane going somewhere or on a bus, it doesn't matter. Network, introduce yourself, because you just never know who you're going to meet. I really thank you for sharing that with our viewers and our listeners. Do you have any closing thoughts that you would like to share?
Yes, people, you know, you have a vision, you have an idea that may come to your head, but it may just go right back away when you go back to sleep. Don't do that to yourself. Write it down, believe in it, pray on it, and know that the sky's the limit, and anything is possible. God shows us that on a continuous basis. So,
amen. And I believe in that journalizing. You have to write down, you know, I've had plenty of notes. My son told me the other day he found some old notebook where I had wrote down my thoughts of how I wanted my business to be and what I wanted it to become. This was a long time ago.
And here it is
and
today.
Here it is today, but this was nowhere here.
Wow.
This was me writing, because you know I'm an avid learner. I love to read. I learn about new things. I love to learn about new things. And so me writing things that I wanted to accomplish, how I wanted to take my counseling test and pass it. And I did that the first time.
Yes.
You know, and so that was amazing itself, that now it's manifesting in him, and now he's doing the same thing. He's writing down his goals, his journeys. Right. He's praying for what he wants, and he's writing it down. So I'm going to go ahead and roll, and we're going to, before we close the show or prepare to close the show, you know I can't do that without giving credit to our sponsors and talking about some travel deals.
Yes.
So guys, this is a big major thank you to Carnival. As you can see, my wonderful Carnival director, she literally has been managing everything as far as making the show productive and nice. And I thank you, Carnival, Lori Mason. And guys, I got a special travel tea alert for you. Action One Media and myself, traveling with TVMA the T. That's travelingmadeaffordable.com, honey. We will be in the building of Carnival aboard the Carnival Vista, the brand new cruise ship, tomorrow, and I'll have a special interview with the director, Miss Lori Mason. So you guys stay tuned to my Facebook group, Traveling Made Affordable, so you can get all that travel tea and get some clips of the new ship. And you can see how it is. And if you want to get booking, remember, if you're looking, we're booking. That's travelingmadeaffordable.com. For those of you who took advantage of the November specials on the cyber sale, thank you for following, listening, and taking advantage of your $50 deposits by booking with me, yours truly. You did that. And guys, I really appreciate you for that. I am your cruise planners, landing cruise expert. Y'all are out there breaking records, and I love you guys for it. Let's keep the momentum going, guys. No, we don't have the $50 deposits anymore right now. Now it's December, but we do have some great specials going on. And your deposits right now are back to $150 per person. So just keep that in mind. If you want more information about the show today, go to Facebook and search Action One Media. Action One Media. Okay? So another thing that I would like to talk to you guys about, if you're trying to book on Carnival, you can actually locate me on Carnival's website. For booking, you can locate me by going to plan. Well, first you have to go to carnival.com, go to plan a cruise, and then find a travel agent. And then you can simply just put in Humble, Texas 77338. I'll pop up. Tonya White Cruise Planners. Now on to Norwegian cruises. Breaking news from my business development manager, Mr. Chris Posada. Shout out to you. And you know what, guys? One second. I'm unboxing, guys. You know, I already opened it because I got it the week of Thanksgiving. But shout out to Norwegian, guys. Norwegian, actually, can y'all see this? Are we good to go? Can y'all see it? Norwegian actually sent me this gift bag. I'm going to be giving it away. It has some goodies in it, guys. It has some goodies in it. And so the first person that books a Norwegian cruise on my website, travelingmadeaffordable.com, you're going to be getting this too. Guess what? The deposits with them are still $50 per person. And you get to choose up to 6 free offers. 1 free unlimited open bar, 2 free shore excursions. That's free shore excursions, guys. Free shore excursions. Free specialty dining, free Wi-Fi, friends and family sell free, and you have free airfare from certain airports or reduced airports or certain other airports. So you have to get with me to find out all that travel tea. So yes, they are offering free airfare, but it's only to certain airports, and if the airfare isn't free, it's heavily reduced. All right. So if you want more information, you can also find me on Norwegian's website at ncl.com under Travel Partners. Select Find a Travel Agency. Enter my city, Humble, and my zip code 77338. There I am, Tonya White with Cruise Planners. And if you just want the easy button and just want to book it really quick, just go to travelingmadeaffordable.com. I'm there too. And remember, if you're looking, we're booking. Before I do go, I have to give a shout out to Globus Family of Brands. So Jim spoke to you guys about his Europe trip. And so with that being stated, I want you guys to also take advantage of, we have some great deals from Europe. So right now we have a special where it's $12.62 per person without the flights, guys. $12.62 per person without the flights. That deal leaves from Houston March 10th. Your travel dates will be March 11th through March 17th, and I did that on purpose because I know that my people that's in education, honey, you need a break. You need to get with me, get this $12.62 per person without the flights, and if you want the flights, we can go ahead and roll that in. You'll probably be looking at about $3,000 total, but it does come with your hotel stay and your tour. So if you're interested in that, go to travelingmadeaffordable.com and connect with me today. Remember, guys, if you're looking, we're booking.
Who's booking your celebration?
Hi, I'm LaTonya, your land and cruise expert. I can plan anything travel for a great price. Ask me about the Caribbean and group trips. Call me to book your next vacation getaway. Remember, if you're looking, we're booking.
Cruise Planners, your land and cruise experts.
Action 1.
You're now traveling with TVMA, the T.
Turn up.
Traveling With. Welcome back. All right. So it is trivia time and it is Facebook shout out time. So who do we have watching and viewing with us today? Shout out to Tanika Loving It Mitchell, Crystal Allens, hey. Jim, of course, you're in here. Mary Radcliffe, Martina, hey.
New York.
Pamela Wright. And Gina Jackson. Shout out to you guys there. We appreciate you. Thank you for stopping by and tuning in. Guess what, guys? It's trivia time. It's trivia time. It's trivia time. It's time for Traveling with TVMA to blow your mind. You ready?
Oh, yeah.
All right. This goes out to my Facebook watchers today. Remember, this is your chance to win 2 tickets to Natural Bridge Cavern, San Antonio, Texas. You saw my commercial that I put up for you guys so you can see a little snippet of what you can do at Natural Bridge. And if you follow me on Instagram, you see other videos there as well. My Instagram is Traveling Made Affordable or TVMA the T. All of those lead back to me. So trivia question time. Are you ready? You ready?
Oh, yeah.
Alright, so here's my question for the viewers. I want to see if they was paying attention like in school. Y'all know I used to be a teacher. Y'all know I was a school counselor, and I'm always ready for some quizzes. You know, I used to give my students quizzes if the Saints didn't win and they made fun of them.
Oh, wow.
I sure did.
Who that?
Yeah, who that still. Alright, so here it is. Where was Jim Randle born? Where was Jim Randle born? The first person to respond in Facebook, we're actually live on Facebook. The first person to respond, where was Jim Randle born, will have those tickets to Natural Bridge Caverns. And you have 30 seconds to respond. Where was Jim Randle born? You think they're going to get it, Jim?
Who knows? If they were listening.
If they was listening to the commercial.
The answer was given twice.
The answer was given twice. Matter of fact, it was given 3 times.
Right.
It was given during the commercial. Twice during the interview. So again, where was Jim Randle born? No, it is not Texas. Alright, while they thinking about it, Jim, let's go ahead and share our social media handles before we get off air today.
Let's do it.
Alright, so if you are wondering how can you get in contact with Mr. Jim Randle, can you share with the viewers again your website for KJ's Divine?
Okay, and that's KJ's Divine Janitorial at mappop.com. That's mappap.com.
Phone number to reach you?
832-996-6245.
All right, and how can they find you on social media? Facebook.
My Facebook handle will be Jim Randle, Jim Randle, Randle.
And Instagram for all you grandmas out there.
That will be the same. Jim Randle, no space.
All right, and am I forgetting something?
I think we've covered everything.
We've covered it all. So here's me. If you want to keep in contact with me, you can find me on Facebook, Traveling Made Affordable, the page, and Traveling Made Affordable, the group. Instagram is Traveling Made Affordable as well. The blog for all my readers out there and all of you that love YouTube, you can go to tvmathet.wordpress.com. And for all you vacayers and you staycayers, it's time for you to go to travelingmadeaffordable.com. That's how you can get booked for your next vacation. And remember, if you're looking, we're booking. I ain't ate yet, Jim. I can't think straight. It's time for me to eat lunch. Remember, if you're looking, we're booking. I'm going to check these answers one more time, and we're going to be out. Nobody answered the question. See, I told y'all I was a hard teacher. Where was Jim Randle born? Guys, shout out to you for checking us out today. Thank you for staying tuned and viewing. We appreciate you, the community. This show is for you, experienced travelers, new travelers, and entrepreneurs. Hey, you've been traveling with TVMA the T. We're out.
now traveling with TVMA, the T.
X1 Network. Turn up your volume.
Join today. Get in the action at weareA1.com.